George taking over and hitting one. Oh, Charlie George unloading that big cannon right boot of his. Such a lazy action too, and such power on the end of it. Richards, good touch against Todd. Carr, in for Richards. This looks useful. Saving tackle by Nish. Richards again. Well fed for Hibbett. Must hit it. Still the pressure on. Palmer now for Wolves. Far post is Kindon. Got a good touch. And Bolton grabs it, second chance. Good driving strike by Wolves then, all initiated by John Richards down the middle. Hector on for Lee, cut out by Munro. Hector, Gemmell. Lee. Gemmell. Oh, good ball, Hector. 1-0. Devon Hector punishing poor Gary Pearce and the Wolves defence for a bad error. Archie Gemmell slipping and still not hustled as he stood to retrieve the situation. Wolves retreat. He sticks a perfect ball through for Hector. 1-0. Charlie George forward through the middle, goes to Lee first. That's McNabb's ball. Munro. Kindon. Neatly done for the big man. And got it again for Richards. Palmer. Carr. McNabb is deep over to the left, but it doesn't matter. Lee now, attacking 3 on 2. Hector. Lee. Oh yes, he didn't mean it, but it worked for him. Oh, well outblowed Franny Lee. 12 minutes, 2-0. Well, I think even Franny Lee would agree that he had just a fraction of luck then. Munro and McCall absolutely caught as Franny Lee attacks them through the middle of the park. The ball bobbled from one foot to the other. Once he'd seen the gap, he was in, and nothing was going to stop him scoring then. Munro for Hibbett. Back for Munro. Hibbett. McNabb. Well, Hibbett wasn't quite sure where the goals were there. Steve Kendon. And the side footer from Ken Hibbett, well wide. Caught by Archie Gemmell. First foul called against Wolves in the game. In Wolves' favour in the game. Archie Gemmell. Lee. Gemmell wins it back so easily. Hector is on. Hector is in, and Hector has scored. 3-0. And the same knockout drops that put Wolves on the rack in 10 minutes, knocks in the third one at 27 minutes. Wolves caught in trouble, attacked by Archie Gemmell, who delayed his pass until the exact moment, delivered it into the path of Hector, and Hector really doesn't miss those. Gemmell. Foul against Lee. Munro reaching across now for Palmer. That's a good ball. That's Hibbett. What a good one. What a fine cross ball. Now that was a good old-fashioned Wolves attack. Centre half to full-back, the cross in, and Hibbett on the end of it, the gliding header. Bolton, not a tall man, forced to push it away for the corner. For McNabb. Richards could be in here now. Oh, it's Kindon. That's Kindon's first goal of the season. Unselfishly given to him by John Richards. So it's 3-1 now. The second minute of the second half. The unfortunate Roy McFarlane slipping as that ball comes through the middle. John Richards going on, looking as though he's on for a goal himself, and utterly unselfishly knocks it sideways for Steve Kindon to score his first goal of the season, the first one by a Wolves side here since 1972. Munro forward. McFarlane then for Nish. George down, aiming for Lee. And Palmer drives forward for Wolves. It's a good ball. By Bailey. Kindon. Bailey, and he's chased by Rioch. Well, the free kick is given against Rioch. So we can assume that with 15 minutes to go of this game, we can assume that had Mike Bailey been able to take perhaps just 1.5 strides more, Wolves might have had a penalty. Oh, he wouldn't have needed even a stride and a half. He'd need about 6 inches. See that ball is almost on the 18 yards line. It's Willie Carr. He's over the ball, but behind him is Palmer. Hector, Gemmell, Lee in the wall, George and Nish ready to charge at him. Going far post, and that is a goal from John Richards. Beautifully done. And Derby absolutely caught flat.